And we're back. The sun is shining. It's gorgeous in Austin, Texas today. Day 3 of South by Southwest. I'm here joined with Eric from Songza. Eric, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Don't worry. I'll do all the work. You don't have to hold the microphone. So Eric, you are with Songza. You're one of the co-founders of Songza. For those who don't know about Songza, which would blow my mind if there was anybody out there right now, give us a little rap about what Songza is.
Sure. So Songs is a free streaming music service. We have playlists for everything that are all expertly hand curated. And what we've done is we've mapped these playlists to lifestyle activities that you need music for. So you come to Songza based on the day, the time, and the device you're using. We'll suggest some situations that you might need music for, so you don't have to put in any effort into deciding what to listen to.
So tell us what some of these scenarios are. So I come to Songza. It's morning. I'm here at South by Southwest. What are my options that I can choose?
Well, you'd probably see, during the morning, you'd probably see situations like waking up, maybe working out, or brand new music, or maybe working or studying, or drinking gourmet coffee or something like that. And then, when it gets different throughout the day, and it'll keep changing. So like on Saturday late night, you might see getting high or getting lucky. On Sunday night, you might see looking at pictures of your ex. So it changes very dynamically.
How popular is that station?
Looking at pictures of your ex? Yeah. It was one of the most shared situations on social media that we can track. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So music curation, something you mentioned. I'm not sure many people understand what that actually means. Can you go a little bit more in depth on what that entails?
Sure. For us, it really means that on the playlist level, everything is hand-picked by a person. So in our case, we have a network of music experts who are compiling these playlists hand by hand. It's not algorithmically generated. And then for us, it's also, we double down on curation in that we not only make curated playlists, but we curate your life for you so that you know when to listen to particular kinds of music or particular playlists.
And that's what you guys are showing in terms of the options. So when you know about the time, I'm usually going to be looking at pictures of my ex, or drinking my morning coffee, or getting ready to go out, or whatnot.
Yeah, a lot of it is editorially driven. So we say we sit down in our office in a small room and really sit there for hours and hate, we end up staring at each other and hating each other's faces because we have these long conversations about whether or not we should be showing a particular situation at a particular time, and then how to optimize that based on your personal habits and or your listening history and things that you like and other things that we know about you.
So because big data is such a big thing this week and in this industry alone, are you guys... you guys do a lot of this already based on your own conversation. So you guys think that this would be a good time or this would be a good song. Do you guys take feedback based on what's actually going on with the website and use that, big data to then, change the platform or integrate or build on new features or new playlists, for instance?
Absolutely. We can see what there are several levels to the music concierge. There's the situation level when you choose, then what we call a filter level, and then a station level. And on each of those, we're always optimizing based on user habits. So, we might start with a generic set that are based on our most popular at that time. So when you come for the first time, you're seeing the most popular things. When you come on your second time, it's going to adjust based on what you've converted on. So we're always digging into those things, and of course, using the data to see, when, what things aren't working at particular times, and then also matching that with more qualitative feedback that we're getting from users via social media or one-on-one interviews or what have you, and finding where the pain points are, what we're missing, and seeing how we can better optimize and improve the app so that people won't be disappointed when they use Songza, which doesn't happen very much, but...
I have yet to be disappointed by Songza. So right now, you've got a #1 fan sitting next to you. So where, outside of Songza.com, can we really listen to Songza? Can we use it on mobile devices? Is it something that we can use in our vehicles? tell me a little bit about where we can actually use Songza.
Right. So we want Songza to be, since you should be able to have a soundtrack for every moment in your life, you should be able to listen to Songza anywhere. So we're working on getting that. But right now, it's available on iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch, Android phones, Android tablets, Kindle Fire, Sonos, BlackBerry 10, will soon be on Windows 8, and the web. I think that's it right now.
What about Google Glasses? I want to be able to wear my Google Glasses, see everything that I don't necessarily need to see, and get maps and directions, and then as soon as a situation happens in life, that particular song kicks on via Songza.
That would be amazing, obviously. Any sort of context that we can pick up to recommend you, a great situation or a great playlist, or, bring you automatically to a great playlist would be extremely, helpful. And it's something that we really want to, explore, with using new technologies to pick up on context. For us, that's the most important thing is in order to recommend what you should be listening to, we need to know a lot about you, not just what you're doing, but also maybe where you are or how fast you're moving or things like that. So having the visual context of what you'd be picking up with Google Glasses would give us, a very rich world to recommend you playlists from.
Well, since we just talked about that on camera, I expect to see it very soon from you guys. So let's take a step back and let's go back to the history of Songza. I mean, you are the co-founder, so obviously this is something that you and a few others or someone else, thought was a problem that needed to be solved. I mean, how did Songza start?
Well, we actually ran a digital download store called Amy Street for 4 years, and a few years into using Amy Street, we and our friends in our personal lives were using streaming to share music and to discover music, and we thought that was sort of where maybe the future of music was headed. So we dabbled in it for a little while. Eventually, we're doing Amy Street and Songza simultaneously until we decided that we were a small team. We just wanted to concentrate on one thing and do it really well. So we sold the Amy Street brand to Amazon, who's an investor of ours since 2007, and since we've been doing Songza exclusively since 2010, and the product has changed many times. But basically, when we landed on the music concierge, because we realized that it was that we were solving a different problem, that we wanted to solve a different problem than we were trying to earlier. So originally we thought that people just needed access to music. But turns out that, when you have so much access to music, it can be very burdensome to choose what to listen to. And so, we were
almost like a hoarder of music. I mean, I know plenty of people that would just buy music just to say they had it, or just to hold on to it, but not ever listen to it, or buy that album for the one song, but you never listen to the other 11.
Right, you're right. Or, the other thing is like you would listen to it when you get it, and, for a couple days, and then, or weeks or months or whatever, and then you'd put it away and not know when to return to it. And so, there's this vast universe of music, and there's so much great music out there, but like you're limiting yourself if you're the only one who's choosing music for yourself. So and the other thing that we found was that people, and we found this in our own lives, but it took us a long time to realize this. People don't listen to music just to listen to music. People listen to music to enhance their mood, to make something else that they're doing better. They listen to music while they're doing other things. And so we started to tailor Songza to that, making playlists based on your lifestyle, based on activities and moods and things like that, so that you could originally browse for what you were doing. But even the browse experience for Songza was too much of a power user feature. It was still, a big list of genres or activities to choose from, and then a big list of playlists to choose from. And we found that through our own anecdotal demos that we were doing, we were finding, the feedback was, oh, I love, workout music. That's really cool. Do you have any hip hop playlists? And we'd be able to bring somebody to the perfect workout playlist, or perfect barbecue playlist, or perfect, playlist for waking up in 10 seconds or less, with just, showing them this sort of two-step process. And so we eventually, iterated and came up with the concierge idea, and then we launched it, and it was like a runaway success.
It's funny because, I mean, even though we're sitting here talking, I'm getting more and more excited and really want to go turn on some of these stations. And particularly, I'm looking forward to going to looking at my ex photos and hoping that, a Taylor Swift. I'm looking forward to, because I want to see if Taylor Swift, I want to see if Taylor Swift is going to show up 1,800 times telling me that we are never, ever getting back together. So
do that because of the DMCA licensing.
Thank you then. Thank you very much. That makes me feel so much better. So being the co-founder, I mean, you obviously an entrepreneur. What advice would you have for those? I mean, we're here at South by. There's a ton of companies, a ton of entrepreneurs, people looking to start stuff. What kind of advice would you give those that are here looking to start something, whether it's in the music industry or something else?
Well, I think South by Southwest is really great for connecting and networking with folks in all different kinds of industries. It's not a place where you sit down and work out the terms of a contract or do deals, but it's a really great place to meet people in person, really get to know them. And so my advice would be to not try to, when you're meeting somebody, talk to them in a personable, friendly manner instead of trying to pitch them your business idea or try to sell them something. You can do that afterwards, but this conference is really good for face-to-face meetings and sort of getting a feel for each other's personalities and things like that.
Great. Well, Eric, thank you very much for joining us. Before we go here, those who are watching, is there anywhere that people are going to be able to find you this week here at South by Southwest? Are you doing any panels? Do you have anything else to plug? Give us a little bit of something.
Sure. Tomorrow, Monday, we're hosting a happy hour at the Conduit Corner from 5 to 7, which is on 7th and Congress. And then on Wednesday, I'm speaking on a panel called How to Build a Profitable Music App Legally, which is, I believe, at 11 at the convention center. And then we're also hosting a happy hour at the Blackberry House on Wednesday from 4 to 6. And then on Saturday, the 16th, I'll be on a panel with Funkmaster Flex, Talib Kweli, and some other folks talking about lean forward versus lean back listening.
Well, on that note, I mean, I'm very, very jealous right now. I hope the panels go wonderful. And Eric, thank you again very much for joining us. Everybody out there, definitely check out Songza.com. Enjoy all the exciting playlists and give us feedback. Give Eric some feedback and let them know how they can continue to help you guys out. Thank you again, Eric.
Thank you. Absolutely, man.